edition. Guess who's here for OGs of wrestling? Ain't no competition, we report, you gon' listen. Never no mercy, we bring the ring to the streets. If you don't know, you better find out off the ropes. Here to prove a point, number one in the league. Bet you don't wanna tussle with us, know where to hide or run. Step in the ring, you're done, you're never stepping out again.
So you're back on the wolf pack.
Off the roof, representing that 617 area.
So you're back on the wolf pack.
No other podcast out here more scarier.
So you're back on the wolf pack.
Wrestling entertainment news reported by the Bears.
So turn your back on the wolf pack. You might wind up in a body bag.
Took your chances, now it's time to show you what's on. In the ring, off the ropes, best believe that we strong. Day in, day out, off the ropes for life. Shiznit, E-Wiz, Fats crew on the mic. Town be the city where we make our own rules. Stomping, no, you can't fit our shoes. Off the ropes, a crowd pleaser, conquering like Caesar. Lean on us like Pizza when you need your wrestling re-up.
So you're back on the wolf pack.
Off the roof, representing that 617 area.
So you're back on the wolf pack.
No other podcast out here more scarier.
So you're back on the wolf pack.
Wrestling entertainment news reported by the Bears.
So turn your back on the wolf pack. You might wind up in a body bag.
Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of Off the Top Rope Podcast. Woo, 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 woo. No, sorry, I'm just fucking around with y'all today. What up with y'all, folks? We back with another brand new episode here. All of us here are accounted for, except for one person, which I don't know why he's named Mysterioso, but we're gonna get right to the bottom of that in a few moments. Nonetheless, we're gonna have to just do a quick little roll call. Blackheart in the building, bitch. Head honcho here. I got E Dukes finally back on his regular schedule programming. Well, at least for right now. I got the other one side Yay over there in the cut like Fredo. And of course, we got the big monstrosity of a man called Uncle Fats. Also in the building with us today. Big Mike is sort of running late, or I hope and pray that he doesn't do the. I hope and pray that he doesn't do the words that I hate the most out of this group, which I don't have to. Well, I don't have to say it. Y'all trying to say either. Nonetheless. Give a shout out to Anchor. Thank you, Anchor, for giving the podcast platform that we need to make a podcast happen here for OTTR, for Off the Top Rope Podcast. You can be able to find our podcast everywhere available at whatever podcast platform is available to the format. And also, we'll be doing a video version of the podcast every week on Sundays or during the midst of the week to keep up with the weekly content that we come up with on our YouTube channel, Off the Top Rope Podcast as well. Oh, we got a long stuff to talk about, man, so we can't be gibbering, jabbering, and getting into all these great-ass debates today. We got a lot to tackle today. We got a lot of news to tackle. But what's going on with y'all fellas?
Oh, man, it's going good so far, man. Been waiting for everybody else, man. Big Mike needs to hurry his big ass up.
E Dukes.
Chilling, man.
Sound like you so sleeping in your bed. Well, worry about your headphones too, man, because you're real low right now. Uncle Fast, what up with it?
What's good with you, bro?
Damn, what's
up with everybody?
Where's the energy?
Man, E Duke sounds like he's freaking on life support. And
I'm saying,
Uncle Facts, come on, man. You know better.
I mean, I'm gonna say, yo, did the both of y'all just eat or something?
They're about to get in that food coma.
No, not at all. I'm actually chilling.
Yeah, this ain't, you know what I'm saying? This ain't like y'all right now. This ain't like y'all right now. Like something's going on. Y'all sick? What's going on with y'all? Seriously.
No, I'm not sick at all. I'm good. I mean,
well, he's with his, he sound like he needs like a respirator on him.
I don't know about this, but I'm good. I mean, I'm just sitting back.
Well, E Dukes, I don't know if you can even hear me or your headphones suck, man, but you need to switch some things. So we're gonna do is I promised y'all from last week. We're gonna talk about we're gonna do a quick run through of what happened at AEW's last pay-per-view, which was Revolution that happened last week, Sunday. Just to get a little quick run. Britt Baker and Maki Itoh from overseas, New Japan, come here with a special performance, and she ended up being the mystery partner replacing Reba, defeating Rio, finally coming back to U.S. soil, and Thunder Rosa in the buy-in, going to the main card. We get the Young Bucks defending the tag team titles against MJF and Chris Jericho, which they rightfully retained. Pretty cool for both of them. Next match afterwards was the Casino Tag Team Battle Royal and Death Triangle, which consists of Rey Fenix and Pac.
I knew.
And the winning, they will be facing the Young Bucks eventually later down the line for the AEW Tag Team Championships. What'd you say, Cyber?
I was like, I picked that from the start, man. I knew it.
Next we got Hikaru Shida defending and retaining the AEW Women's Championship against Ryu Mizunami. And we get Nia Rose, Britt Baker, Maki Oto, and Reba coming out to attack her, to attack them both afterwards. So Thunder Rosa comes out and makes a save. So that Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker storyline that's going to keep continuing with arc, and that's kind of like what's getting the both over. Miro and Kip Sabian defeats Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor. Kind of figured that was going to happen. Hangman Adam Page defeats Big Money Matt Hardy to win his big money match. He wins quarterly earnings for the next, I would say, 3-4 months from now. So probably will be dried up by April. I'll say about maybe by April. Yeah, because quarterly, so every 4 months. Every 3 months. So probably next month. The face of the Revolution ladder match, Scorpio Sky ended up winning the whole thing, so he eventually goes on to face the TNT Championship later on down the line, with Ethan Page debuting in that match. That was not, like I said, a feather in his cap, but still got Ethan Page myself. Christian Cage, formerly known as Christian, comes out, signs a multi-year deal with AEW. Then we got the cinematic street fight that happened between Sting and Darby Allin, versus Brian Cage and Ricky Starks and Team Taz, where Sting and Darby Allin eventually winning that cinematic street fight, of course. And then we get Kenny Omega, which is the main event. Excuse me, let me take that back. Main event was Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley, the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, an exploding barbed wire death match. And we all know Kenny Omega retains. He eventually gets out of there on time. We all know what the hell happened with that. But for the folks at home, they either didn't watch it, don't care for it, or probably just didn't want to just watch it just like in general. Explosion, we suspect it to be this big ass explosion that it's gonna be, oh my god, we're going to weapon tears our eyes. It was a fucking dud. Okay? Spring is sprinkle fire, firework fizzles on the turnbuckles and shit like that, and a big boom, and that was it.
I freaking laughed at that shit. It was so freaking funny. Oh my god. Eddie Kingston, John Moxley told the fuck out of it. So what you expect him to do? And it ended with medical personnel coming out to check up on both guys. But after the cameras were off, Moxley getting conscious, go back and say, damn, I didn't know Kenny Omega made such a shitty ass bomb or whatever that, like he said. To basically know that finish was not supposed to happen, and then that shit was done. Whole pay-per-view itself, for me, I guess I'll give it a decent 7.5 stars. I was just too thrilled about some of the, like I said, I was just too thrilled about some of these matches. The only matches that I was actually geared up for was really truly the main event. We already kind of knew what half this stuff was primed to happen from the way that everything looked for the past several weeks. The only one thing that I wasn't totally concerned of was an exploding barbed wire death match. Well, then that's what everyone probably paid for the pay-per-view and wanted to watch that main event for. So obviously, if you're going to be paying for it, you're going to watch these fucking titles to get to that fucking part. But kudos to both men because they walked out unscathed and not totally injured. So I got to give kudos for that. But, we expected something like, oh my God, like Goku dying. Okay? I was expecting Jon Moxley to be my Goku dying in this episode of DBZ/AEW. I was expecting him to pull some Goku shit out his ass, and I didn't get it. I'm done with this tirade. Next. And make y'all thing completely short and sweet. We come to this is actually a week ago. We need to actually get into tune. And thank you, Big Mike, for actually showing up.
Before we get into the actual full course meal, which is the whole week that just transpired. So I'm gonna make y'all completely go short and sweet. Cyber go first.
All right. So overall, I give it about 6.5 stars overall for the pay-per-view. I'm glad that Scorpio Sky won the ladder match to get the TNT championship opportunity. I feel like he needs to start getting pushed more in regards to being an independent, being an individual star. He has the potential. He should be able to do it. So big props to him for winning that. My big match that I enjoyed the most out of all of it would have to be the tag team match where Pac and Phoenix ended up winning that. I predicted it from the start. It was a good match. That whole exchange between Jungle Boy and Phoenix, that last bit of the match, it was freaking beautiful. So I can't wait to see them go up against the Young Bucks for the AEW tag team titles. But overall, that was kind of my big thing. And also, I thought the ending after the cameras cut off, Moxley talking shit about the match, I thought that was freaking hilarious. So yeah, so those are my takeaways from this pay-per-view.
Dukes.
It was a good, decent pay-per-view. Young Bucks winning. Got it going against probably a tag team that no one else ever really haven't seen, and that's Pac versus Ray Phoenix. Even though they paired us recently, but not that much against the Young Bucks. I'm excited to see that. Overall, it was I love it. I love the pay-per-view. And it just sucked, but shout out to Eddie Kingston and his face turned. But now the only question is, what happens to the Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny?
As we go into later on during the show, don't talk too much into that, but keep going.
But that's the only question I was asking about, was like, what happened to them? And so the face turn for Eddie Kingston was a real good one, because it shows that what Eddie and Moxley's friendship, it reminds me so much of Terry Funk and Mick Foley. And on that whole match, Moxley is just an urban copy of the Cactus Jack and Terry Funk. Just a modern day version. That's all I gotta say on that one. Kudos.
Man, could someone resuscitate E Dukes, man? He sounds like he had a heart attack, because I swear to God, if he talks any slower or breathes any harder, I think he's going to need to go to the ER, man. For real. Oh, my God.
This is how nobly he is. Don't judge a book by its character, sir, because I could be doing the same thing about half these people in this motherfucker. But we ain't going to go do that shit today. Okay, Fast, go. Oh, and please pick up your damn depression, man. Like, you're making me feel sad.
Bro, I said I'm good.
Exactly. Like I said, like, it's making me feel sad right now.
Nah, but I like the pay-per-view. Pay-per-view was good overall. I think my favorite match was the ladder match that Scorpio Sky won. I think it was very entertaining. At some point in time, you didn't know who was going to win. I'm not really a fan of either page, but AEW got to pour in the talent whichever way you can, so I get it. Overall, I give the pay-per-view an 8. My only complaint was the botch at the end of the main event. Overall, I thought the match was kind of cool. I kind of think that AEW just kind of went soft just to kind of keep the ratings for the kids somewhat. Because I kind of feel like they're kind of pushing the envelope to see how far they can go in these matches before they can really capitalize on the big wins. So this to me is like a test run in my eyes for AEW, and it kind of succeeded. I think the only negative thing of that match was just the botched ending of the boom because everybody was expecting it but didn't get it. But I kind of commend AEW for kind of pulling the wool over our eyes so want more and not giving us the whole full throttle. Because I kind of look at it like this: if they did the big boom, what other match could they top? They wouldn't be able to top any other match after that because that would be the match for decades within that company. So to me, it kind of looks like they're just using certain things to kind of get an edge or get an understanding of whether or not it will work. And this won't be the last time we see this match in AEW. And I wouldn't be surprised if WWE took it and ran with it as well. So that's just my views on it. I mean, all the other matches were decent. So I mean, I give props to Pac and Ray Phoenix for winning the tag team ladder match or Casino Battle Royale. But those are my two favorite matches. Along with my ratings.
Okay, so Deuce needs a respirator and you need a voice change. Last but not least. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, we're holding fast. No, it's just you know, and you know, and then I'm gonna even call you a bluff right now, but I don't have the energy to do that today. So I feel where you're coming from, but I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, you know what
where's the fire?
There's
no smoke, there's no fire.
No, the reason why there's no fire is because I've been waiting to get my feelings out about this, and I had to wait. So now it's just like,
Got you. See, man, that's your fault. Okay, last but not least, we got Big Mike, who shows up late to the party. Now he actually want to be last to the party. Not the floor.
I agree. It was okay. Probably 8 is probably a good number for it.
Boo.
I mean,
well, go ahead.
it was okay. My favorite match was the Sting match. I thought they did a good job with that. But I mean, it was an okay pay per view. Ain't nothing really happening. And I mean, the final match, like, I've waited as a wrestling fan my entire wrestling fan life to see one of those type of matches live, and for that to be the way it ended, because it was a good match, it was okay, but for that to be the ending, it was fine all the way up until the last 10 seconds, and then for that to be it, just that. When I tell you that was the air coming out of the balloon, that was just like, really? All of that.
That wasn't that was just a big boom that just withered.
So it is an old ass atomic bomb from the 1940s, and you're trying to light it in 2021.
Like, exactly.
It was a big poo.
Like,
all it was a poo.
So, like, to go through all of that for that, I was just, that pay-per-view could have been a solid B+. A B+ pay-per-view, 8.5. That was it. That was like, okay. Because the ladder match was solid. Like you said, the tag match was good. I mean, it was fine. It was nothing crazy, but it was fine. But that last 30 seconons, boy, that just, ooh.
As Vince McMahon once says, it's all about the finish. The only thing people will remember is the finish.
And truer words have not been spoken.
Exactly.
That's one thing that I said. Vince is probably smiling in his office watching that last ending. Like,
I can tell you this: that ending reminded
sitting
me.
there drinking his wine, all type of shit. Like, see, I told you that these guys is not better than us.
I bet you some of the wrestlers that were in WWE are probably saying the same shit at the end. Like, what the hell? Like, I know Vince is probably laughing his ass off somewhere with a couple of his, other WWE laughing at this bullshit because that's literally what it was. It was straight bullshit. Like we all sat there like, okay, we're ready for it, and this shit went off like kids standing there at a fake 4th of July standoff, and all you get is snakes and scissors. I want to hear the boom. I want to hear the pump. Like I want my eardrum compressed. Like
It-
it was like walking down the aisle and watching an old lady just poop, and then you're like, what the hell?
It's
Like,
true.
that's
And
exactly what it was.
I think the worst part for AEW is all of us watching. I think I can speak for everyone when I say if WWE had the balls to do that match, that ending would have went better on WWE. They would have figured out a way
Yeah.
to make that look better. So for AEW, that's just like, woof. Because I know if Vince grew a set and was like, all right, y'all can do it, they would have did it. They would have did it right. So
But you also got to understand the difference. Like you said before, Friday, where you have experience over youth. You understand? This is the upcoming against. This is like father versus son, or son versus father. If you want to put it in that analogy, like you got a company that's known for explosions, buried alive matches, Hell in a Cell. Like motherfuckers have done so much crazy shit in WWE compared to AEW, and that's why I made the statement earlier. Like I think this was just a kind of test to see whether or not if this will work. And yes, it worked, but the ending is what fucked the pay-per-view up. And the statement is true. The only thing that people care about is the ending. Now, this pay-per-view is going to go down in AEW as a great pay-per-view, but it's also going to be known as the weakest ending in main event history. Because that shit was weak. And if you got two great heavyweights in there going at it, putting their bodies on the line, and then you have them look like Cabbage Patch dolls. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like,
You're right, Uncle Fast.
I was pissed.
You're right, Uncle Fast. It doesn't make any damn sense. But that was last week. Let's worry about this week. Well, let's worry about the week that just passed. Now that we all got our disappointment out the way, let's get into some cheer for Monday Night Raw, where we got finally Lashley the Hurt Business coming out, celebrating their title win. Mr. The almighty Lashley is now holding that coveted belt, and God, he looks so damn good. You know what I'm saying? Then, of course, you get Mr. Morrison coming out trying to interrupt and please his case about last week, how he could have got away with it so many fucking time, blah, 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 blah. Eventually, he's going to be taken back what's rightfully his, the World Heavyweight title again. And I guess right into that, they get into the match. Thank God for Bobby Lashley. He retains the belt. Defeats Miz to retain the WWE title belt. So, thank God he's out the damn picture. So now let's worry about the big money match for WrestleMania. What's the score for Lashley? No, let's not talk about this now. Let's talk about this after I'm done with it. WrestleMania 37 tickets have been announced for Tuesday coming up, which now I'm about to pull myself back on that plan. We'll worry about the next year WrestleMania instead. Goes backstage, Drew McIntyre calls out Bobby Lashley himself, but he gets attacked by Sheamus. Then we get this whole R-Truth and Braun Strowman seg, which is complete utter trash. Then Strowman demands an apology from Shane McMahon, who Shane McMahon actually comes out and did that and leaves. Stupid as hell. Why do we get Shane McMahon every single WrestleMania? Let the old man be the next old man to run the company. But apparently, he doesn't want to do that. He got some other stuff going on in his life, and he's making money doing other things. So he don't need wrestling right about now. But I feel like you're still going to be bringing him back for the nostalgia feel. It's not working for me. Bring him back as a backstage person now, or both put him on the fucking TV screen. Bad Bunny is set to perform at the Grammys, which happened today. Matter of fact, as we speak, Drew McIntyre faces Sheamus again, which ended up in a no contest because both of them got counted out and they hit each other with the steel steps, knocking each other out.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
But they're doing this. To try to protect both of them and to get them primed up and ready for Fastlane, which is I think within another week, which is next Sunday.
Next Sunday,
I believe. So they're setting up that match for a last man standing match. Don't shoot the messenger. This is what the hell it looked like to me. and it's a good way to try to get over on both guys, especially McIntyre setting himself up to go into WrestleMania. What the hell was I at? AJ Styles calls Randy Orton weak. Randy Orton comes from out of nowhere, challenges him to a match. That's going to happen later on. Xavier Woods defeats Shelton Benjamin. Then we got the Raw Tag Team Championship set to be defended on the next Monday Night Raw, which is tomorrow. U.S. Champion Riddle defeats Slapjack. Oh, and I gotta do one thing too. I'm putting Slapjack in the banned words because that is super gay. So Slapjack, gay. I'm banned for that. Shane calls out Braun Strowman, calls him out, calls him stupid and insults him. Wait, can someone answer this question? I'll cash out you $10. Who in the hell is supposed to be the baby face and the heel in this case?
I think Shane.
Braun's the baby face.
Then none of y'all. Then none of y'all is getting $10 because I don't know this answer. Okay, last week we had Braun Strowman acting like a heel. Wait, hold on. Last week we had Braun Strowman acting like a heel, Shane as the baby face, right? This time around we got Shane doing both things, playing a baby face and apologizing, but coming out and insulting him. That makes no damn sense. Why you wasted 2 segments to do this shit? And why isn't the hell this big man called Braun Strowman even destroying this small shrimp? If he's supposed to be this big, badass, angry, ravaging man, he keeps getting screwed the fuck over. I don't understand the storyline right now.
Well, can I say this? I could be wrong, but I think this is a modern version of what this man did with Stone Cold.
Are you serious?
You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm serious. Like the whole shit talking, beat up the boss type shit. Like, and this is not the first time they went at it. So it's kind of like a build up for his WrestleMania moment. Because WrestleMania is 5 weeks away. Right?
Yes.
So you already okay. So he's gonna know that the fact that he got played and he was called stupid. So that means next week we're gonna expect for him to come back, flipping out shit, the whole nine, putting his hands on Shane. Then it's gonna come to a match at Fastlane. That's not gonna end well, and then it's gonna go to WrestleMania. So this is like the Stone Cold modern type version storyline that we are experiencing.
Ew. So, no shit. But Braun Strowman being Stone Cold in this case, I don't think so.
No, I'm not saying that he is, but I'm just saying the storyline behind what he's doing. Because if you think about it, Braun Strowman / Stone Cold.
Not happening.
They were doing that thing. Now, hold on.
Now, you replace Stone Cold with like Hulk Hogan or something like that, or Big Show, because you know how many times that Vince McMahon has screwed over so many people that storyline is connected to so many wrestlers.
No, but the reason why I'm saying that is because there was a stint where Stone Cold wasn't wrestling like that. We all know because of the injury.
Yeah.
But we also know that most of his fighting during his injury time was against Vince McMahon. But in this case, there's not really anybody that they have to feed for Braun to go after, because everybody's pretty much locked up in the story. So what else to revisit something that he's already dealt with before, and that's the likelihood of Shane.
Yeah,
so,
but here's the thing: if we've seen this before, why do we need to see it again for another WrestleMania moment?
Well,
you feel me?
He's a top wrestler. Like, I understand, but he's a top wrestler.
Who's the top wrestler?
You get what I'm saying? I'm just in Raw right now. Braun Strowman is considered one of the.
I don't think so. When's the last time that he ever went after a championship match? And he's still being gutted out and still being chewed out, but I don't want to keep talking about that. That was only a rhetorical question for y'all to think about as I go later on down the line, and then as we find out later what's going to transpire between Shane and Braun Strowman. Dukes, you get the last part, say your piece, and then I got to keep moving forward.
Look, I'm sorry to say it, but it's going to look like a Shane McMahon versus Strowman match. But the only crazy part is you want to compare it to Stone Cold. The last Stone Cold, like, that's going against McMahon was probably the closest is Kevin Owens. When Kevin Owens was with against Shane McMahon, that was like probably the last. Probably you'll probably see a reference of a Stone Cold like and ability towards that. But when it comes down to the Strowman versus McMahon, it's like you're gonna get a Big Show versus Shane
Thank you.
all over again.
All right, I'll take that.
That's how it's
I'll
going.
take that. It's the same shit, but I'll take it. So,
All right. Moving forward from that. Okay. Now we got Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler retain the women's tag team championship against Lana and Naomi. Retro Evolve. Trash.
Yeah.
Nothing more I can say about that match anyway. Then goes backstage. Minnie Rose and Dana Brooke. They talk about that they want a shot at the women's tag team championships. Charlotte interrupts, coming out of nowhere and sets a goal for them. She gives them 5 weeks to show them how ambitious that they are. 5 weeks is lead up to WrestleMania. So what we're going to see about that time period? A heel turn between the two blondes. Yeah, I got 2 little snow bunnies that turning bad. Let's go with it. Thank you, Charlotte, for actually putting that little bug in their ear. And then last but not least, for the main event, we get AJ Styles face off against Randy Orton. Of course, during the match, Alexa Bliss gets involved. She distracts Randy, and Randy still spits out the black slime from his mouth again. And then AJ Styles hits the phenomenal forearm to pick up the win. And Alexa Bliss is last. Here's my key question. What the fuck is the thing coming back? Damn it.
he's eating Cheerios.
I mean, I know. Listen, we all know that they're setting up for Randy Orton versus The Fiend for WrestleMania. But the key question is, am I expecting him back by Fastlane? So what am I expecting? Or am I expecting just some random pop-up on a Monday Night Raw that might actually spike up that rating for 1 week?
It'll be after.
That's a good-ass question that I think even we don't know right now. And I'm really hoping and praying that this new form of The Fiend is really all about fucking fire. Just come out like the wing dragon of Raw, for goddammit. Yes, I'm Merrick, okay? I want to summon my wing dragon of Raw, which is my Bray Wyatt track card. Y'all just give me a bomb ass idea too. WWE superstars, right? And take that concept of Yu-Gi-Oh! And mesh those shits together. That would be dope.
Oh God.
For real, that actually be dope. Now imagine like you make a Fiend deck, right? Boom. The Fiend deck just considers signature, finisher, basic moves, certain specialties, and certain other WWE Universal chance in trap card, whatever the fuck. I don't know. Maybe you suffer an injury in the match and then you out for 2 weeks. I don't fucking know. But,
okay, let me ask this real quick. I'm sorry. Is Randy Orton scheduled for a match at Fastlane?
We are not sure.
Okay, so let's just say, for example, just for some stupid reason, they put AJ and Randy Orton on the card for Fastlane just to kind of give them something to do. Now, during that match, if they're really trying to play out the Fiend versus Randy Orton at Mania, I would say he is going to show up during the Fastlane match that Randy Orton will have, cause a disruption. AJ Styles will get another win over him or whoever they put up against him, and then that's going to lead into the feud that the Fiend and Randy Orton are going to have leading into WrestleMania. That's the only way I see it happening. If they're going to have them go at it at WrestleMania, it has to start at Fastlane, because how many weeks out are we going to be from WrestleMania after this? What? 4, exactly a month. So they'll give enough time for build up. Mm-hmm. Because if they do it anytime after, it's going to be rushed.
Everything is already rushed right now as is.
I think it'll be the complete opposite. Well, I think it's the complete opposite. I think instead of having him a match, I think what's going to happen is that they'll probably have him do a promo or a segment, and then within that segment, I think that's when Alexa Bliss is going to, I guess, draw him in to where he'll, the Fiend might reveal himself. And then if not, then what will happen is come that Monday, that's when the anticipated wait is going to happen. I feel like Randy Orton's going to have a match, and that's when the feud is going to come out of nowhere, and then that's when this whole thing is going to start.
Screw that. I got another one for you. Remember that fake Randy Orton that he was talking to the mirror with last week? Why is he going to do some cinematic BS with that? That's going to be the return of the Fiend, and they can do some cinematic match with that one.
But that sounds dope.
You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, yeah, Randy, the reason why they talking to your dark self, you was talking to me. On whatever crap that they can try to throw out.
No, I do have a question.
Well, make this question count, and we got to move forward.
When the Fiend comes back, do you feel like he's coming back by himself, or do you think he's coming back with somebody?
He's coming back by himself. He's coming back by himself, and then slowly but surely, you're going to see the army start slowly forming.
I think
who would be the first?
Bo Dallas.
Bo Dallas. That's what I was about to say.
Bo Dallas, his brother in real life, could be the perfect catalyst to get his career going, to get his career rejuvenated again. Now, for the darkest side, for his actual life brother, but in kayfabe mode, they can try to play it off somehow.
What about Abyss? What about Abyss?
No.
Abyss.
No.
There would have to be a Miz and Morrison feud, and Miz would have to lose for that to make sense.
And Miz is not good being a dark baby, a dark heel like that. There's no way that he would even fit that character.
No, I didn't say the Miz. No, I didn't say the Miz. I said
that's even worse. He got someone that's already been mocked around backstage. That's a personnel. Why bring him to be back as a wrestler in his 50s?
That's like how most of the areas.
But to be second fill to a younger star, no,
he wouldn't do that. He would have to be the main character. He would have to be the main figure of that group,
or he would have to go back and dress up and really be Abyss and be a damn henchman mercenary like Bo Dallas would have to be. That's the only way I can see that play out for him.
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't think he's just going to just sit there, not do anything, and just play dress up. There's no way. And Vince is not going to waste his time with that.
Mm-mm.
Moving on from that. Okay. More from that. Before we get into AEW, let's just jump into NXT real quick. William Regal comes out and announces the TakeOver Stand and Deliver. What a weak ass name for 2 nights. So this is gonna be a 2-night a 2-night TakeOver pay-per-view, April 7th, April 8th, Wednesday and Thursday. It introduces the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships, which is the stupidest idea. I'm gonna say my title for after this. Okay. And awards it to Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. Moving on from that, Io Shirai defends the NXT Women's Championship against Toni Storm, which she ended up winning to retain. Pete Dunne defeats Jake Atlas and calls out the best technical wrestler in the world. Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart defeats Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez to become the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. Zia League defeats Kaden Carter by countout against Casey Catanzaro hits Zia Lee with her crush. Legado del Fantasma defeats the Grizzled Young Veterans because of MSK making a distraction. The aftermath of Breezango takes out LDF. Io Shirai wants to face Raquel Gonzalez next for the championship, so she already handpicked her own favorite person that she wants to go against. So that's a clear sign they're going to put the belt off Io and put it on Raquel. Jordan Devlin announces that he will be back on NXT the following week, and he calls out Santos Escobar to prove who is the real cruiserweight champion, which is about time. And last but not least, we get the main event, which was Finn Balor defending the NXT championship against Adam Cole, which he ended up winning to retain. The Kyle O'Reilly makes his return, comes back to take out Adam Cole, and then out of nowhere, Karrion Kross, out of nowhere, had a face-off with Finn Balor. Finn Balor to him was, what took you so long? And I say face-off, the show goes off the air. WWE, you fucking stupid with these with these women tag team championship belts. Last week, you had the perfect opportunity to just drop the belts there without the screwy damn finish, and none of this would have happened. It would have been one whole announcement.
I could tell
You
you this.
wasted my time. Hold on, Cyber. They wasted my motherfucking time with that one because you could have got this thing done and over with last week, which was fucking retarded. Why are you still keeping the Women's Tag Team Championship belts on Raw and SmackDown, knowing for damn well you barely have no goddamn team? You don't. I don't consider Naomi and Lana as a dead tag team. I was better off saving the Iconics. So yes, Carew would have been happy, and he would have had a tirade just like this too. So I actually have to agree with him right about that. They should have never broken those two bitches up. So I don't understand why we have now two separate NXT. Now we have two separate women's tag team championship belts out there in WWE. This is so damn stupid. This is like almost making me looking at the United States Championship, trying to be on the same part, trying to be on the same plateau as the IC Championship, but that's never going to be the fucking case. The same shit is going to happen with these two fucking titles. Right here. This is just remarkably fucking stupid marketing strategy from WWE just in general. Especially where it's the same replica tag team championship belts, but then they changed the color straps to white. Like, come on. What the fuck are y'all doing? That's all I gotta say about NXT, man. I mean, everything else is supposed to be the way that it is because that's the only thing that I can see NXT as. Yeah, I call it like the fuck I see it. The only reason why that they did that stupid move because they're trying to build Raquel Gonzalez to be the next woman to hold on to that the NXT Women's Championship belt. So I can't argue with that logic. But Karrion Kross not coming back. What can we see for NXT? A triple threat, fail 4-way? We don't know. When's Bobby Fish coming back? Where's his stance in all this Undisputed Era drama? I don't know. Just so many questions, and still a few more weeks left to try to fill in those loopholes.
Oh, okay.
NXT for me, I'm gonna give it a 5.5 out of 10.
Okay, so
that's just mercy.
Wow.
Okay, so let me throw some stuff out there first. The whole thing about the women's tag team titles with the Iconics. Did you see that rant that Peyton Royce went on this past Monday? Oh my God. For the first time ever, I respect to her. Holy cow. She actually put it out there, and I don't care if it was kayfabe or whatever. That was a good promo that she cut. And I feel like she's moving the dial on herself in regards to being used on future storylines. That's the first thing. Second thing, I think the women's tag team title situation, I think that was a Vince McMahon call, not a Triple H call. Because I think if it was up to Triple H, he would have had them drop the titles to Dakota Kai and them. And then we wouldn't have had to come up with these NXT tag team women's titles, which I think is completely stupid. I agree with you. That is stupid. They should have dropped the original ones and just left it like that, exactly like they did with the Cruiserweight title. They should have done it like that. But no, they didn't. Now, in regards to the Undisputed Era situation, here's my theory on that. It's going to be Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole. Please, dear God, let it be like a match like they would have that they used to have like in Ring of Honor. Because holy cow, those were probably the best matches I've ever seen on Ring of Honor. But here's the thing.
I just coughing up a hairball.
Here's the thing. It's going to become a triple threat match because Roderick Strong has major beef with Adam Cole too. And I think within these coming up weeks, he's going to be added into the mix. And then that night of the match, Bobby Fish is going to come back and he's going to show where his allegiance lie. That's going to happen. Go ahead.
And that's why I said we got to wait for the next few weeks to see where does he stand, when's he going to come back. And there's a lot of holes still needs to be filled. And then we get a more better picture of what we can see for those 2 nights for TakeOver.
Yeah, most definitely.
Hence why now they're doing 2 nights now because some of the matches will be longer matches. Just throwing that out there. Anyone else got anything to say about NXT before we move on to AEW?
Yeah, I mean that 5 out of 5 is
what you mean
low. Like, that was good. The Tony match was a good match.
I'm not disqualifying the matches. I'm disqualifying certain things that should never happen. And that big NXT takeover, the takeover announcement and the name, other fucking garbage. First and foremost. Then And then the
name is
NXT
trash.
Women's
The name is
Championship has
trash.
what made it real dissolved, real diluted at the point I didn't even want to fucking even watch it. Now that disengaged you to do that, and then you make the champions lose their belt within an hour. That says something too about your booking strategies. That's the reason why I gave it that grade.
Yeah, I didn't.
So if it wasn't for those other matches, that shit would have been in the trash can. And you know for damn well.
I give it 7 out of 10.
That's on y'all to decide.
Yeah, 60%. Because the Adam Cole Finn match was great. Like that was a phenomenal match. And I mean, like I said, I didn't understand them losing to Nia and Shayna last week to begin with, unless they was gonna have them come ransack Raw, SmackDown, and that would have been cool. But then just to make their own belts was like, all right. And then for them to lose the belt an hour later was like,
and you see why my grade went down the way that it did. Because that's stupid. You could have done all that shit within 2 segments in the opening card. As you did it when you made the fucking announcement. You could have done some angle right then and there instead of just saying, yeah, we'll wait till the next hour and then you guys will lose the belts then. Fuck's that supposed to mean? You could have rearranged this card a little bit better, and then this card could have got a little bit more better grade for me.
And then
you know what I'm saying?
But
Wait. So just like a prime example, right? The previous week, last week, when Shaq was on AEW Dynamite, right? Why do you think they put him on first?
Mm-hmm.
Because they know for damn well at 8 o'clock on primetime television, people's going to be watching certain primetime television shows.
Mm-hmm. And
they're going to stumble upon Shaq, who's a familiar face with television. They're not going to save him for the main event. They'd rather have that 1 million part, the 1 million plus viewership up within the first hour. So the second hour, when it does go down, it's like 950,000 or 850,000. They can still maintain and get some of the viewers back. Just as a quick pro quo of why, if y'all notice, certain of these shows for the last several weeks have been structured the way that it does because of what the hell the opposite show has on their television. But now that's about to be coming to a halt within the next few weeks. So we'll see what happens then. Anybody else got anything to say about NXT? Go ahead.
Yeah, I do. I thought the titles were nice. I really don't care if the titles will change at the end of the day. I think NXT fucking sucks. And then for Roderick Strong, gay, and then this whole thing that's going on. I think this is like Slapjack, Roderick Strong, and Lex Luger combined. Okay, this is super ultra gay. Okay, NXT, I don't know what the hell y'all are doing. This is why I don't waste my time with half the shit that y'all do. Because the title shit, this up and down shit, backward shit, not knowing what you want to do, saying people doing certain shit. Stop. To save the embarrassment of me ranting on you every week, stop. I'm warning you, stop. Because if you don't stop, not only will my tongue lashing be absurd, but it's going to cut. Not skin deep, but it's going to cut and it's going to burn. This is a fucking travesty. And then for everything to come back to normal, and you can't seem to come up with a great introduction to a 2-day takeover, you had to give it some soft-ass cheer, friendship type introduction. Like, oh, this is NXT. Well, we'll be sitting on your lawn drinking beer. What kind of shit is that? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Are we wrestling or are we playing Duck Duck Goose? Like, I want to see some action. I want to see something. Triple H, I don't know what you got to do. I don't know if you got to fuck Stephanie a little bit harder. I don't know if you got to pedigree versus being a little bit more or, talk to Linda or something. But I got to push this down. I don't give this no rating. Sorry. No.
Okay. We're going to move forward to AEW Dynamite. Let's start this off right. We got Ray Phoenix of the Death Triangle going 1-on-1. Matt Jackson, one half of the AEW World Tag Team Champions. Ray Phoenix ended up coming out on top. You want to talk about that Finn Balor match? Anything that Ray Phoenix has ever been on for the last several weeks, he's been red fucking hot fire, okay? No disrespect to Adam Cole and Finn Balor, but come on, Ray Phoenix, bro. AEW, I'm pleading my case with him. Yo, raise up Ray Phoenix's pay scale, bro. He is worth the fucking money. Oh, I just want to hear the man speak on the microphone to see if he can cut a good promo. If he can, I'm telling you right here, right now, bro, I'm on Team Ray Phoenix all day and day, every fucking day, no questions to fuck ask. All right? So I'm really waving that band for Ray Phoenix now. I'm like, yo, get this man some more airtime. Get this man some shine. Put some gold around his waist. It's long over fucking due. Then we get Eddie Kingston explaining saving John Moxley at Revolution. He had previous anxiety attacks because of his stay at Rikers. He questions Omega on his actions. John Moxley came out the couch. We all thought that he was like slumped up on the couch. Claims that Impact Wrestling had probably paid him for the bomb, and he can make a better bomb than that when he was back in the 4th grade. Moxley didn't admit that Omega was the bigger man, but he glad that he got his drinking buddy back, Eddie Kingston. Both of them laughed, and Omega had a chance to use his weapon, but he had failed. So basically, it diffuses the mockery out of the whole box finish at the end. Plus, now a babyface Eddie Kingston now is going to be one of those what's that? A Mice and Men moments. I'm sorry, but this is going to be one of those moments. Trust me, it's going to be so sad at the very end. Like, why? And it's going to make you cry. Trust me. Cody Rhodes defeats Seth Garrison. Gargis, excuse me. The Pentagon's in the crowd with the interpreter going talking back and forth with Cody about the match of Revolution, how he saw he'll break his arm, that he can't hold his child, and issues the match for the following week, which ended up being booked. Then we get Tony Schiavone interviewing Sting. Sting puts over Darby Allin big time with this one. He's a dangerous man. But then Lance Archer interrupts and Jake Roberts come out and needs to imply that they don't need a ladder match to prove that they're the face of the Revolution in AEW. But they don't get the proper respect. They're going to keep smacking around motherfuckers one by one. And honestly, I actually got a point. I got to put the finger at Tony Khan for the way that they've been booking Lance Archer lately. He should have been had some gold around his waist. I don't know when the hell you guys need more time for this big dude, but this is long overdue when it comes to him too. Like, there's a lot of people right now, I feel like, yo, this could have been the right time to put the belt off for someone, to put on this person, to get new faces and newer viewerships to look at your programming, and you're not doing that. And this was the big pay-per-view that you just passed, so I don't give a shit about the sales, which we'll talk about that later too. I'm worried about the next set of stars. And as we talked about this shit before, how many people are we going to see coming from WWE over AEW that's going to overshine the rest of that locker room? So that's the only thing that I kind of want to know and figure out, but I'm trying to give him more faith and less doubt. But Tony Khan, you make yourself kind of look bad right about now by these booking choices and decisions.
WCW Part 2.
You know what I'm saying? WCW Part 2.5. How about that?
Sounds about right.
Okay. Moving on from that. Ethan Page's debut on AEW Dynamite. He defeats Lee Johnson. Of course, you see what's his face? QT Marshall now starting to turn heelish ways. So we're gonna see that kind of transpire. So he's going to turn heel real soon, too. You know what I mean? You can watch that as well. It's been all over the TV screen for the last couple of weeks. And Hangman Adam Page bought a new lawnmower with his earnings, and Dark Order joined him for the ride as he's blowing all his money. Well, it's not really his money. It's Matt Hardy's money. And Kenny Omega and Don Callis, then they come out. Yeah, I need to talk about this thing real quick. I think these two Yeah, I think this whole 69
Oh
thing
yeah.
really got out of hand, and I think people that don't know that Kenny Omega is bisexual. Yeah, this is kind of like something that some marks may not be approved of, but other ones are. I'm not telling you too sure. Whoa, why in the fuck did I do that? Okay, never mind. Yeah. So basically, they got their own segment. Omega's being called the king of the death match. The so-called plans that went off the works. And Eddie Kingston, then he comes out. Dark recalls his past in Impact Wrestling, but couldn't do right by himself. Omega gives Kingston a chance to hit him in the face, so Kingston ended up doing that. The Good Brothers end up popping out to attack. Then we get Moxley coming out to try to make the save, but then now we get Christian Cage coming out to even the odds. Then Kenny Omega and Christian are face to face. Christian trying to goes for the kill switch, but Dawn saves him. Christian picks up the AEW championship belt and looks at it. So we all know what that's going to lead to. Then we get Hikaru Shida, Ryu Mizunami, and Thunder Rosa defeating Britt Baker, Nyla Rose, and Maki Itoh. After the match is over, Britt Baker attacks Rosa after the match is over. Big Money Matt Hardy then hires Butcher, Blade, and Bunny to the group to take out the Dark Order. So that answers your question, dudes, from earlier this episode. Then we got Darby Allin retaining the TNT Championship against Scorpio Sky, which at the very end, Scorpio Sky turns heel and attacks Darby Allin's legs. Yay! And last but not least, we got the Inner Circle War Council. Now, this is the part where it's like, oh my god, what the fuck's happening? Okay, so we got Inner Circle coming out. Jericho talks that there's probably changes that needs to be made within the Inner Circle. MGF insists that kicking out Sammy G. Sammy Guevara makes his return back to AEW and pleads his case, showing footage of MJF trying to sabotage the group from within and having basically Jericho's guys trying to go against him, but that wasn't going to fucking work. OJ, when MJF tried to sit Inner Circle after Sammy G and Chris Jericho, but when they try to do that, no, they turn right back around. They side with the original man. So yeah, MJF, now he's cornered. And we get Jericho knowing about the whole situation. The only thing that they talk to one another, and then they're about to kick his ass. MJF pleads to not get hurt, but claims that he's been busy creating a group of his own. The light goes out, comes back on. Who is it? We get FTR, Wardlow, Shawn Spears, and Tully Blanchard behind Inner Circle. Brawl ensues, and Inner Circle just get mollywopped all over the damn place. And then poor Jericho gets a punch in the head by the diamond ring. He's cut over and bleeding, getting stomped on. Then the group, MJF's group, we don't know what the name it's going to be right now, brings his ass up to the top of the stage and powerbombs him through a table to have MJF and his friends on top. And that's the end of Dynamite. The biggest swerve, the greatest and biggest swerve that we ever got in AEW was this one right here. I was manipulated. I was like, and then I pinned it together like, R. Anderson. I'm like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. This was a fucking mean swerve and I ever saw it. And yes, folks, this was the meanest swerve. Okay? This is something I said that was great build, great anticipation, but more importantly, you got the right characters for MJF too, which makes it even more better for him. You thought Ric Flair was the head honcho? Ric Flair, in this generation form, is MJF right now. He's going to be the goddamn mouthpiece that's going to get them over the damn top. And I can count on that. So kudos, MJF. You slide Jewish motherfucker, you. Shit, man. Like, you got me hyped up now for next week. Woo! I feel like Denzel Washington in Training Day. Damn, I'm thirsty. What you want? You want something to drink?
And didn't I say something before the pay-per-view last weekend? Didn't I say that MJF and Chris Jericho losing would cause something to happen? And what happened? What happened? So I already had a feeling something like that was going to happen since before the pay-per-view even started. So
the only thing that you're feeling is the barbecue ribs that you ate for lunch earlier.
Shit, I didn't eat nothing like that. I wish I did. Now I'm freaking hungry.
Congratulations, man. I just made you hungry today. But kudos to that last one, because oh my God, who the hell would even expect that to even happen? But more importantly, it was just what no one else even thought about. Okay, we all thought that Cody was going to be part of that whole, FTR and shit like that if he turned heel. But then we get a better suit. So why not? I mean, listen, I'll take MJF before half that locker room back there at AEW to be my mouthpiece and my lawyer. Believe me, MJF and I will go places. My favorite Jewish boy. Anybody else got anything to say about AEW before we move forward to Friday Night SmackDown? Well, then speak up, brothers, because y'all been awfully quiet.
Again, No, I let you go. I just let you go. But I mean, I feel like this is almost turned into a weekly thing with me and Kenny Omega. But I am really just not feeling Kenny Omega. Like that promo that they cut, I was cool with Eddie Kingston and Moxley's making fun of the bomb and it was stupid, whatever, but we're good, whatever. I was like, all right, cool. I'll get over that terrible finish at the pay-per-view. That promo had me good. Then this fool comes out and tries to act like the ring really exploded. Bruh. I don't like this character he's playing. It's this character that he's playing that makes me go, I see why the WWE, it would never have worked because I can't, he's suspect on the mic to me. He's suspect. Like, he'll have his good moments, they'll have his bad moments. Maybe it's the dude from Impact that's turning me off. I don't know. But I'm not feeling, and the fact that he has the belt, like, I really hope Christian takes the belt from him because although I will not disqualify how great he is in the ring, because he is great in the ring. But everything else just does not.
Just a minute, man. You are a Kenny Omega hater, man.
He comes on the screen and it's just. I think that's what I said. Like, I think I am turning into that because when he comes on the screen, I instantly just roll my eyes.
You hear that, folks?
Here we
go.
You
hear that, folks? We finally got someone admitting that he is a Kenny Omega hater. The same way how some people want to call me who's that wrestler that I kept I kept joking on. When I come to that conclusion, I'll figure that part out. But there's other people in here that did the same thing too, and you are just one of those people that actually came to the senses today. That's like the whole Jinder Mahal thing, right, Dukes?
Like I said, the Jinder Mahal. But the difference is Kenny is really good in the ring, though. Like, I'm not going to take that away from him. He's really good in the ring. Kenny's really good in the ring. Like, if all he did was come out and wrestle every week, I'd be fine. But it's all this other stuff. Yeah, I just cannot. I can't wait until he loses the belt and goes back to being a tag wrestler. Like, don't do that again. Like, wow. I
never heard you even like this. This is awesome. So from now on, I'm about to send. You might just a special Kenny Omega package, like, and just be like, just thinking of you.
Like, oh my God! I mean, everything else on and I feel. Is anybody not excited for the lights out match next week?
Yes, and for the first time ever, we get two women being the main event of AEW Dynamite next week, which I might. Okay, this is a good step. This is a good step for them, and then I'd rather have those two be
That's a
in
good
my
step.
main
I
event
mean,
because I've been prone to those two since they both got on the damn scene. So I actually will want that to happen. So
So-
kudos.
yeah, I'm excited about that. The rest of the women's division is trash in AEW,
No,
but
there's
those are there too,
there's still
right
a few
there.
hidden
So
gems that still left in
to
the
have
AEW
them,
locker room, but the rest of them, they're still green as fuck. Shauna D, I'm gonna say Shauna D, she's not one of those losers.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. She can keep up with the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just to name one person that you just forgot about.
I'm not maybe it's comparing it to
That's probably why.
WWE's women's division. It's just not up to task. But like it's Britt Baker, she's a superstar. Like she's phenomenal.
You forget also one thing about the women's division.
Chris Statlander.
There's some of the wrestlers that are injured.
And we've been missing her for a last minute because without her, that's like a huge blow. That's why I'm yeah, we need her back like pronto.
Then would also the pandemic that went on, half the female roster are from Japan. Like Riho, for instance. Riho was before an AEW champion.
You know, dude, this constitutes at your turn, right?
Before
I said, you know, this constitutes at your turn because you did skip in front of Mike. You didn't even let the man even finish. Well, put you 2 cents in, and I'm gonna count this as your turn.
But I just want to put
my you should never take it.
Nah. Nah, but on some real seriousness, y'all like the show for us. It's a real good show. It does what it needs to do, and all the surprises. So the best surprise is knowing what AJF is going to do. Now we're gonna have a new. We can't say a 4 horsemen because Warlow. Just because of Warlow. And Warlow's a major factor in this. Now later on, we probably will see a 5-on-5 match between MJF and that crew versus the Inner Circle. Now that is a match I want to see. And they could probably do it like
is that the whole version of
like
Blood
War
and Guts?
Games. That would be great.
I don't know. Let's see.
If they could probably do the blood, can they probably do Blood and Guts? And if they can, if the whole Blood and Guts is like War Games, I would love to see that. Cause that'll be a best way to actually bring that in. When you have that type of thought, like that type of teams. Because they couldn't do it before with the Elite. Now the Elite's all doing their own thing. Now do it with someone else. Thank you, AEW.
Oh, the fast is on you.
You made my night. You got me talking. For one.
Uncle Fats.
Uncle Fats.
You. Deuce, what's going on with your cousin?
Don't worry about.
No, check his pulse.
He's getting a cheeseburger with some extra bacon.
What are you talking about? Someone needs to go over there and do some resuscitation on that big boy.
No, my bad. He's actually getting a burger with bacon. Nah, He good. He good. He's mellow out right now with some bacon. He good.
I don't know,
He got
but he needs to
bacon
come back into consciousness because
Oh, he's probably
this is
getting
something
some
that I
bacon.
was thinking about earlier. This is why I was like, why he sounds so low today. So come on, Uncle Fast. You got the floor, buddy. Wake your ass up. Yeah, if it's something with his microphone, probably something with your microphone. But if it is, take yourself off that microphone and put it back on. If you can hear me. So then if he actually just reply back to me and says something, we gotta move forward. All right. Let's go. I know. Let's go to SmackDown.
Moving on.
SmackDown, what happened on Friday, opens up with Edge and Daniel Orton arguing over who should be main event of WrestleMania this year. Coin flip on that one. Next afterwards, we get the Street Profits, Rey and Dominic Mysterio defeating Otis, Chad Gable, Dolph Ziggler, and Robert Roode. Didn't make sense to this pairing because of Otis and the whole Dolph Ziggler beef that happened from before with Mandy Rose. Just I thought this is a stupid booking when it came to that one. Rollins calls Cesaro the biggest waste of potential he ever seen. So you know they're gearing for that match, and I can't wait for this. I can't fucking wait.
This has potential to be a 5-star match.
This is
right
like
here if they
oozing
do it
orgasm. Listen, if they let them do what they need to do for themselves, not for the
Match
company.
of the year.
This match can get match of the year. Yes. Nia Jax. No, okay. This one I gotta laugh about. Okay. Nia Jax, Reginald, go shopping. What the hell was I watching when I see that? See this crap. I'm like, oh my god, this is white chicks all over again. Oh, this is what I thought Shayna Baszler was, she's on her phone. Just not even caring for an ounce of anything in the fucking world. This whole thing was funny because Nia looks like a sugar mama, and Reginald is a sugar daddy, and y'all know what that means. OnlyFans. Yes, you heard me. You heard me, and I said it. This remind me exactly of fucking OnlyFans. Okay.
No. What it is a new meaning to Nia Jax saying my hole.
Yo, I'm gonna just pull a 50 cent on my ass, man. Yo, hashtag get the strap. How about that? Get the strap. I want my money by Monday, bitch. Okay.
Shayna was definitely the MVP for me for that segment because her level of not caring
Did you see those pictures on Instagram?
unmatched. She looked completely over it. Yes. Like completely
Crazy.
over it.
Then we get Cesaro defeating Murphy via disqualification. Seth Rollins interferes in the match. His 2 curb stomps went to grab a chair till Jamie Noble comes and stops him. Then we get Shinsuke Nakamura confronting Seth Rollins backstage. What could that be about? Certain things that we don't know that we're going to find out next week. Natalia and nobody's Mina than Tamina defeat Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Thanks to Reginald, and Bianca is getting pissed off at Sasha. Can we see Sasha turn? Can we see Sasha turn into a heel, or can we see Bianca turn into a heel? I don't know just yet. Who would y'all rather have? Let us know in the comments down below. To see who would you want to see in the heel in this whole SmackDown Women's Championship tournament. Championship match for WrestleMania.
Sasha Banks.
But either way, I can see either one working. I don't know just yet. Then we get the Big E promo towards Apollo Crews. And I'm going to dub this as biblically fire.
Yes.
Who the hell would have even thought that Big E can pull a promo like that out his ass? Biblically, quotes from the Bible and still make it fire. Nobody. Unbelievable.
And then
Oh my god! If Vince McMahon was not watching that fucking promo, he should have been.
And then Big E had that stone cold face on, like from back when the Big E Langston days. You know, man, I was like, oh my god, where has this dude been?
Mm-hmm.
But man,
It be like that sometimes.
Man,
like that
I
sometimes.
loved it. I loved it.
I'll say, I said the
I
same
loved
thing.
it.
I said we haven't seen this Big E since he
I
first
don't
came
know. I don't know if
into
we've really
WWE
gone
when he
into
was
it.
hungry.
Right.
And I was like, okay, you give me some of this again and hybrid with his current one. Then people will start respecting that. But let me move forward. And then he issues an open challenge for the title. King Corbin comes out and tries to accept it, but Sami Zayn beats him to it. Big E ended up retaining the IC Championship belt against Sami Zayn. Apollo Crews attacks him after the match was over with the steel steps again. So that's going to prime out for that Fastlane, which is actually been confirmed that Big E will be defending the Intercontinental Championship against Apollo Crews at Fastlane. So that match, I want to see. I don't want to be bothered. I actually want complete utter silence when it comes to that. But last but not least, last but not least, we get the Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan contract signed for Fastlane pay-per-view. Edge and Jey Uso, they both get involved in this segment. Then it can be confirmed that Edge versus Orton for next week, when it will be the special guest enforcer for the Universal Championship match at Fastlane. And Daniel Bryan then takes off and hits Edge with a running knee to end the show. So I'm trying to think this triple threat match for WrestleMania. I don't know. I'm not saying that it is. People might call me crazy for that. They might be doing too much. But then again, why not? Especially if you're going to have the fans back. I mean, if you're going to have 45,000 fans in attendance for both those nights, I'm pretty damn sure you're going to want to do the best that you can to make it worth it.
Yes,
and that can be well worth it. You know what I'm saying? I can see the similar formula that we see in Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and Chris Benoit.
Yes.
I can see that formula happen with this right here, with Roman, Daniel, and Edge. I can see that happening. And Edge is still going to get the fuck over, but Roman's not going to take the pin, and that's what's going to be that's what's going to protect him. So Daniel Bryan's going to have to be the one to get the pin if he gets involved in this match. That's all I got to say about that.
Okay.
And that was SmackDown.
Blackheart, real quick, man. Okay,
Right.
So now that we see how this might potentially lay out, where it might be a triple threat match, and we see who the opponents might be. Here's the thing: do you see Roman Reigns holding the title past WrestleMania, potentially holding it until next WrestleMania?
Maybe.
That is a long ass reign.
I would definitely say for the highest heel and a full timer, you're going to need to strap that rocket ship and make you be like, yo, you are my star. You are my rock right now. You are my cornerstone. I need you to be on the top of your game for a whole fucking year. You got Paul with you, so have your job is been put on his shoulders as far as microphone is, and then you're about to have the stable come in. Then you're about the bloodline stable coming slowly into fruition.
Yes.
So that gives perfect opportunity to having to get the fuck over, to get the others over, and to get the stable over.
And this is a slow build. If that happens, this is a slow build, and this is going to look great on him if WWE does it right.
Yes. So I believe if they do, they'll let Edge get his little victory at WrestleMania, but he will lose it again to Roman right back. And Roman's going to go right back and tear in people's face off and all this other type of shit. And they might have to do the whole shake up Raw and shake up SmackDown. And watch you see some people get traded to give new people new opportunities. They do this shit every year.
Yep.
So no matter what, you're going to see some new faces going to pop right back on SmackDown. Then what? Keith Lee might actually go over there. Keith Lee versus Roman? I can see that.
Yeah. Especially after
You know
the Survivor Series
so
that
you
one
know
year.
but we all know what WWE does every year when it comes to that whole draft or things shaking up, shit like that, whatever. People who's not getting utilized on one show, they're gonna bring them to the other show to try to get them over that way. If they can't, they're gonna get released. or they might be doing what Al Sabak is doing and just sitting there and catering with nothing to do, getting paid to do nothing.
You can pay me to do nothing. Come on, man. I'm right here. I'll sit in catering and eat until my fat ass is content.
Mm-hmm.
You're fucking stupid for that, bro.
Hey, I'm a fat boy.
I'll get paid nice and hefty for that.
Oh man.
Well, I'm done with SmackDown, man. So y'all can have the floor with that one.
Yeah, to answer your earlier question, I think Sasha is definitely going to be the heel in that match. And I think they've already started kind of showing that by the way she was blaming Bianca for the loss. And then that rookie line that she threw at the end, I think they're setting it up so Bianca's going to be the babyface.
Yes.
Sasha's going to be the heel, which Sasha plays very well. Although I agree, I mean they could have did it the other way around, but I think they're going to do it that way. And like I said, Sasha plays a heel very well. So I think, I mean, and Sasha being a heel just makes me want to watch the match even more. Because having them both as baby faces going to the match, I was like, all right, that's cool, whatever. But having one of them now as definitively as the heel, it's going to be interesting. That match is going to be fun. That match is going to be very interesting how they do it because you can do so many things with Bianca. So that should be fun. The question to me is,
hell no.
Is Sasha going to take Reginald as her manager?
Hell no. Listen. They're going to make Reginald
that would be a perfect way to give her heat, though.
The worthless being at home boy that's just going to a cougar. This is a Kendall moment right now. If he was still on this damn show, I would have said to Kendall, this is you right here with Reginald.
Yeah.
Okay? This is you right here. Okay? That's you. You're doing the what we probably would not be doing unless we actually had legitimate wives, girlfriends, fiancés, whatever. You're doing it to someone the fuck else for a fee. Fuck that. I mean, do I need to say more about that?
No, we're gonna find out probably next week when this Sasha Nia match. So, but other than that, I mean, I think they're going to do a triple threat match, but it's going to be very interesting to see what they do.
What the hell?
Who's sleeping?
And Jimmy?
E Dukes, is that you?
Uncle Fast, is that you?
No.
And who the hell is that?
Oh, his mic's back. So then I think we.
Oh, I think I woke
didn't
him
hear
up.
Duke's answer. I would say, oh, all right.
Well, what? What's going on? What happened? Why is everyone got so quiet?
Okay. I was like, all right. So yeah. So I want to see if they're gonna do. What do you guys think that we could be getting set up? Do we think they're gonna just put Jimmy Uso just right in the stable? Do you think we're going to get a Jimmy versus Jay WrestleMania match, and then he goes and forces him into it?
Here's exactly what's going to happen.
You think he's just going to join it?
You're going to see this happen right after the match is over. Then you get the Mr. Uso coming out of nowhere, looking at his cousins and and his brother, and be like, "Yo, he got no other choice. It's family over everything." He gonna turn around, super kick Edge and super kick Daniel Bryan and beat the both of them up to show that he's with the program. Now, if y'all know about the program, watch the Khalid Brothers story on Netflix and pay attention to when I say the program. This is gonna be the program. It's gonna be him proving that he's with the shit and he's gonna do what he gotta do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You either get down or you lay down. Street, you know what I'm saying? The Street Property. Shout out to Beanie Siegel. So, for y'all who know about them hood movies, y'all should know what I'm talking about. But nah, I can definitely see him getting down with the program. You either get down or you lay down.
He's just gonna get there. I don't know. We'll see. I could definitely see him doing that. I think they could get more out of it if they had him rebel first and then fall in line, kind of like his brother did. Like, come back and be like, yo, I don't like the way you've been treating my brother.
That sounds
but
cliche at best.
We'll see. You wouldn't be with that if he came back and was like, yo, I don't like the way you've been treating my brother. Let's get at it. And then his brother's like, nah, this is what it is. And they start beefing and fighting.
I mean,
you wouldn't be around for that?
I can vision it happening, but at the same time, I don't see that going down the way that it is. I think because his brother is sitting there at home watching this, and he's like, you know what they've been doing, that I mean they be getting over. Why am I going against my own family just to do and to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so maybe he wanted to do it. You know what I'm saying? So he's probably looking at it from another perspective from himself and be like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna rock with this. So I'm gonna get down and do what I gotta do, because when we come back, we're gonna be more vicious to go out to the tag championships. And then what? The whole Samoa squad is gonna have all the belts. And why not? Because you took that dive into the dark side. Why prolong the storyline for like 2 months where you could already get them in the title picture within that 2 months?
And set up a Uso
ding.
Yes, sir.
Street Profit tag match.
That will be a fire ass match
awesome
to watch. Anybody else got anything to say about SmackDown? Like, what the hell? Like, what's all this energy, this whole slump energy coming from?
Good question, man. I'm Uncle
Fat. I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit, man. Like, y'all got motherfuckers now like me worried. Like, what the fuck is happening?
And then E-Duke's over there falling asleep and going. Or else it's just heavy breathing.
No, right now, I'm just being mellow. I don't know what y'all talking about. I told y'all, this is, I've been saying it. I'm turning mellow. But yeah, still being
so then I guess I won't.
That's how it's going to be.
So then I guess I just won the rivalry since he's over here acting like a little, you know what, man.
Yeah, peace.
Okay.
What?
Ooh.
Basically, he's been calling you out since last week, man. You haven't really been, I guess, you haven't been coming into his mousetraps. How about that?
Around.
Oh, God. He's just now figuring this out. He just now figuring this out.
Come on, Ethan. Y'all should have been talking about this behind the scenes. Why do you want to do it now? Yes, we can.
Yeah, there we go.
Will you sleep?
Yep.
You asked you that earlier, and I said, and I answered you.
I did not answer you not one bit, and then we haven't heard from you in like 25 minutes. So that's why I had to ask you again. Like, what the fuck just happened?
Nothing happened. I was just being glad.
Okay, but anyway, yeah, no, Deuces. He been calling you out, so basically, this is a failed beef, Cyber, man. You gotta come at him more hard to get his attention. How about that?
Oh man, how unfortunate!
And no, this whole breathing thing is not gonna keep working. You're not gonna keep doing the same joke over and over again. Because what I got asked you about that. You can't be doing the same shit over and over, man. That's what the fuck Kendall did. Stop doing that.
Oh, whoa! Hey, no!
Hey,
don't you start shit like that. Don't you start shit like that,
dude. I want to poke the bear any fucking way I want. Don't test me today.
Oh, Ooh, he brave today. He's brave. Oh
Brave?
no!
Fuck you talking about brave, motherfucker? I've been brave since the day I came out the fucking womb. What you talking about?
Okay.
Case closed. You know, shit. Like, wait, hold on, bro. Anyway, yeah. Uncle Fast, you got anything to say about Friday Night SmackDown? Did you even watch that, or what? What was transpiring?
Just half. I watched it a little. Actually, I watched it a little bit more than half. I didn't get to the end of it. But what I did see so far, I am liking the way how they're handling this whole head of the table storyline. I'm kind of feeling it. There's never a dull moment, if that makes any sense. So it's like you get to really see Roman kind of putting that work as he's trying to, take it easy on people. But he did try and kind of hold his, it was a good book. Another notch on Roman's belt. Match with Edge at WrestleMania. And, we all know what's going to happen. He's going to be the special referee. Daniel Bryan's going to get him, and then he's going to screw Daniel Bryan over. The woman situation, I would like to see Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair win the titles at Fastlane. Do I think they're going to do it? No. I could be wrong, but I have to see how next Friday plans out for me, depending on the singles match. Because this whole thing with Michelle's ex-employee, whatever, that keeps getting involved, I get it, but then it's just like, I can agree with Bianca, like, it's making them look soft. And it's like you got like 5 women in there just standing there looking at Sasha like, what you gonna do? You gonna choose? And me, I don't feel like that's fair, given that distraction when you got 2 strong black women going at it. And you want to give them this bullshit type of storyline for them leading up to WrestleMania. Like, this is stupid. Like, you could have did something better than that. Other than that, I don't really have nothing else to say about SmackDown. Just good job on the storylines, certain storylines. Also, great job, Big E. Let me just say that, even though he did get smacked, great job showing that side that we've all been waiting for you to show since you first came into the WWE. He wasn't talking as much, but that I'm not gonna lie to you, this is the first time where I really looked at Big E in a whole different spectrum. Like, I felt that pain and that anger. So it's like, is this going to be the self-righteous Big E that's just gonna come out and just start dominating? Now, don't get me wrong, I love Apollo Crews, and I think him becoming a heel and this whole attitude adjustment that he got going on is fucking brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. And if it was me, I know I wasn't crazy, but when he was yelling at Big E, did he have like a Jamaican accent?
Nigerian.
Okay, because I know when
It's a Nigerian, but yeah, he did have the accent.
It's Nigerian.
So it's like, is this like his true side coming out?
Yeah, I've been wondering that the last couple weeks since he's turned this way, if that's him basically Kofi Kingston kind of just throwing that
Yeah.
accent, or is that really how he talks and he's been hiding it this whole time? I'm not sure.
Actually, that is no faking.
That's how he really talks.
That's how he really is. Yeah, it's just like how you see like a British person playing American actor, like American. Yeah, it's just like that. Like everybody can hide an accent just because of how a certain person we would like to throw a name on there. Once. Just remember, bro. Just remember like this. Remember when Brody Lee was there and he was playing Luke Harper. How he wanted him to have a southern accent. It's the same way as everyone else does today. We probably have accents, but they just can't really explain it the way they want to because of their background. Now that we finally get Apollo Crews to be his Nigerian self, explains a whole lot more.
I think it's
So you might see.
no. I mean,
So you might see that.
Cool, and I like it.
Come
I
on,
like this whole
come on, every
aggression because you actually
slowly.
get to see these two gentlemen bring the best out of each other, and hopefully this will turn into some great matches to go down epic. Hopefully, when it comes to this whole title match, because they're both talented, and to be honest with you, yeah, and I think it's absolutely time.
They're both very talented.
These, that a lot of these African American wrestlers start getting their just dues, and it's like it's happening, and I just hope that they shut that shit down on them when the fans come back. I hope that they push it even more to where they can soon start becoming the face, more recognized than just being, someone who did this or someone who did that. So I really got my eye on these two right now. I'm just hoping that the backstage knows what they're doing and that they keep this type of intensity between the two going, because this is what's needed, especially when you got the Continental Championship on the line, and this well deserved for Big E, and I just feel like you got to give him his props. Let him be the workhorse. Let him prove to you that he can maintain the title and he can hold it with dignity and give it with class, because it's long overdue. So these Caucasian wrestlers, but it's time to really start seeing some real strong black power in the WWE, and I think now couldn't have been a great time, because now you got Lashley as champion, you got Big E as champion, you got pretty much everybody in the Hurt Business got belts except for MVP, but that's soon going to be changed. But just to see these guys just kind of take matters into their own hands and just literally push themselves to be where they're at, I have to commend them. I have to recognize it. I SmackDown is literally has stepped their game up tremendously, but this rivalry is something that I'm really kind of stuck on right now because I like it. Like this, for some reason, I don't know why, but these two right here, something about these two right against each other and what they did Friday is just kind of stuck with me, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen next week.
All right, that's about it. All right, well, that's done with everything else. We still got 20 minutes left. We got bang out the news as well. Jesus Christ. So news as follows. NXT have been announced that a 2-night takeover is happening April 7th and 8th. April 7th will be on the USA Network, which will be the dead last night for NXT. And then on April 8th. It's going to be available. The second time will be available through Peacock, along with everything else, including WrestleMania this year. The WWE is to slowly shut down its mainframe by mid-year this year. Some content will not be switched over to Peacock streaming services, so certain things that WWE has exclusively to them will not be transferable over to Peacock services. So certain shows, certain things that might not be there anymore, you see why. WWE is opening up the stadium to 45,000 fans in attendance for both of those nights. See how they placate that and the whole seating arrangement and spacing, the whole 9 yards and stuff. AEW's pay-per-view Revolution have made $7 million in buy rates for their pay-per-view, and after divvied up the difference to the broadcasters and the distributors itself, AEW has made with a little over $3.5 million profit to them. So, as much as for people buying the actual pay-per-view, yes, people actually still buy the pay-per-views. I even asked the same question my damn self. Where in the fuck are you still buying the pay-per-views from? And there's people that's still in the Midwest. That's one perfect prime example of how the people who live out there that are wrestling fans will purchase pay-per-view at their internet service sucks ass. So there's different ways that people are still paying to watch the pay, including the Fight app. So, there's a bunch of stuff that people can still watch the pay-per-view from instead of going streaming through online services. Well, Andrade had requested his release from WWE as of yesterday. His rejection and his request has been denied. So he's not going to fuck anywhere. Damn, that sucks. Now they're afraid for him going to AEW, which I know Deuce is probably going to say that first, and so that's why I beat your ass to the punch. I don't want to see him go to AEW. Please don't. This is exactly the WCW theory all over the fuck again. I'd rather see him go to AAA.
So I was about to say AAA or New Japan.
Either one will work better for him. Instead of going to do, let me go over to the competition and prove to Vince that I can do it. No, go to other companies. No. Be better for yourself and for that company. And then when you go on to the next one, you can do the same thing to get it all right and to get re-noticed again. So the advice I got to say for Andrade. Christian, No. Listen.
This is what I say for Andrade.
Either way, there's no AEW for no one as of right now that's coming from WWE to AEW. That's just total WWF to WCW. I do not want to keep seeing this shit. There's other companies out there. Why is people so fixated about AEW so damn much? The point is, okay, this is not a question that everyone has to answer. It's just a rhetorical question that I feel like the marks of the wrestling world has to think of and have a better understanding that there's other companies out there. Why is it only AEW is the only biggest game in town? Is why I just don't understand. No, you cannot say this. I gotta move forward with the rest of the news anyway. Christian appears on Renee Paquette's Oral Sessions podcast. He's talking about the injury that placated him, the comeback story of how he got cleared by the doctors and coming back, what Vince McMahon's reaction was for him being medically cleared to come back, and why did he sign to AEW. A bunch more is on the Oral Session podcast on YouTube. Check that out. Check that out if y'all have it. Good stuff over there. Chad Gable's contract is coming up. FTR is recruiting heavily for him, that trying to give them encrypted messages and name bombs of Chad Gable's situation, and the fact that if he does leave, they're gonna want to try to redo that NXT Takeover Tag Team Championship match that him, Jason Jordan, and them had before, but that's not really gonna happen. But to see Chad Gable go, like I said, I'm still standing in my stance. I don't want to see WWE superstars just jump in the boat to go to AEW, because it's exactly the same treatment as WWF and WCW back then. Be original in your decision making when it comes to this. That's all I got to keep saying about this shit. Jim Cornette is under hot fire again, as he was taking shots at Miro, Kip Sabian, and Penelope Ford over this slutty girlfriend comment that he made on his podcast the other day, and Miro backlash at him so damn heavy. Like I want Miro to rip his head off. We're not gonna get that. We're not gonna get that. Kip Sabian has some words to say to him, but I think it was Penelope Ford's rebuttal response that made me look at her a different way. Like, ooh, Jim, I know what you're gonna say on your next podcast, and I know you probably said that you don't care, but I know deep inside you do care, especially when someone else is bringing your wife involved in this. That's gonna be a problem. We get Jason Jordan being accused of cheating on his wife or sleeping with other women. Nice, that one. Jesus Christ, man! It seems that his life's been going down the drain ever since he can't. Ever since his injury, had him on the sideline for years. The exploding barbed wire death match finish was obviously a dub, but Tony Khan still stands on his word about that. Tony, just say that no, we fucked up. We made a mistake. We gotta do better next time. Like pull a Bill Belichick out your ass, okay? Don't defend that. Michael Hayes' daughter is getting a WWE tryout. Did y'all see that picture that I put in the bubble?
Hold on,
That's his daughter. Yes, that's his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
That's his daughter.
No, that ain't Michael Hayes. That's
his daughter, fool. Do you not look at that damn face and know that that's Michael Hayes all the way?
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Like, bro, you want to say now Josh can turn
freaking
fast into Shane? This is one that can turn you into Shane on a hot, drunken night.
Rough. Holy crap.
Yes. Exactly what the hell I said.
Oh, for the love of God.
Mm-hmm. And so we're going to get a more grotesque looking... We're gonna get a more grotesque looking Nyla Rose in NXT real soon.
No,
keep your eye out for her.
I've got some news too that I just found. It looks like more Impact stars are going to actually be crossing over to New Japan. After the Good Brothers lost the titles on their last pay-per-view, Carl Anderson put out a tweet saying that New Japan needs to get on the phone with him. He needs to talk to him. So could we see the Good Brothers finally go up against Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa?
Maybe.
Yes.
Yes. And then speaking of Impact pay-per-views, Impact Sacrifice pay-per-view was last night.
Yep.
And then Rick Swann defeats My Moose to become the undisputed Impact Wrestling Champion, and he will be facing Kenny Omega for the winner take all match at Impact Rebellion the following month. And that's the end of the news. I'm so mad. Why the fuck did they not let my man Moose win last night? Oh, damn, man. Like, oh, God, they messed that whole shit up. Oh, God. I was so mad. I felt like Jerry Seinfeld in the episode where he's on the lie detector test and then he had to lie about Melrose Place. I felt so damn mad. Like, I was just throwing everything about my fucking room. Like, yo, you stupid idiot. Like, yo, you make me so mad. Dude.
Damn.
Oh, that's the end of the news. That's the end of the show. I'm done. Blackheart, I'm just pissed off. Let these motherfuckers just get their showers and plugins and shit like that done. We'll see y'all morons next week. God, man, treat Moose better, Impact. Fuck. Damn. I've been fucking with this man for a little over a fucking year. And yet you mean to tell me that last night was not the opportunity that y'all could have got a bomb-ass pay-per-view and a bomb-ass next pay-per-view between Omega himself? Oh. I'm done. Just go, man. Do y'all plugins, man. Just come on, please.
All right, guys. Well, as always, thank you so much for listening. We do appreciate it.
Yeah. Laugh what the fuck do y'all want?
Well, damn. Okay, I'm done.
Oh no! Oh no! But Big Mike was saying something in the group chat, and then all that I read was laugh my ass out loud. I'm like, I hope that he was not laughing at me.
No, man. Well, we appreciate you as always. Help us go ahead and hit our goal. We really want to go ahead and get to that. So share this as much as possible. And again, guys, you can catch me on Twitch, Cyber Yeti, and we appreciate all you as always. Now I'm gonna pull an Uncle Fax. I'm gonna go eat some bacon.
And I'm gonna just do Big Mike's real quick. Macy, short and sweet. He shouts us out, and also he wanted to make a special announcement. I mean, a major announcement that he had joined Twitch. So whenever he comes back to reality, he'll give me his Twitch channel so we can follow him and see what he does next. Go fast, go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know who it is. Shout out to all the listeners and to Anchor for allowing us to do this. Shout out to the fellas and the TR family, man. And, looking forward to next week. Next week will be fun because then we'll start with the whole prediction throwdown. So I'm looking forward to that. So, Big Mike, get ready.
Hey, Dukes, hurry up and shout your hoes, your imaginary girlfriends, the whole 9 yards. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna do something different today. Shout out to all y'all slap nuts, viewers out there. I got an announcement. I decided to make another I decided to make a podcast when I was doing a football podcast. I hope some of y'all who loves wrestling that of sports come through and listen as me and probably a couple people gonna entertain y'all with some laughter and also some scores and some intriguing football knowledge. But love them holes though. Fire Desire. Fire.
However you want to call it. And last but not least, I got a quick announcement too. Finally gonna get these shirts up and running through teesprings.com. I repeat, we're gonna finally get our own little online store on teesprings.com. So when I get that little page for us set up, and we'll start pushing that out, and we'll see what we can come up with as far as the designs and to the races when it comes to that. So yes, that's about it, folks. From the rest of us here, the rest of us at home, and the rest of us that's in imaginary land, wonder why the hell Moose did not win last night. Fuck! Just shut up, Dukes. That wasn't even a question for no one to even fucking answer.
The story, I'm
just so pissed off at that. No.
You know what? Okay.
Listen, I don't want Rick Swan. I want Moose.
They wanted Rick
okay?
Swan.
Fuck out of here with that nonsense.
What about the last?
No, I'd rather get Moose over Omega because that was so bigger for that pay-per-view.
Swan.
But what about Elijah Burke?
Okay, on that note, folks, we're done here. On that, folks, we're done here. I bid you adieu. See y'all next week.
He's going against Nick